And as kind of a sidebar, how is Wim Hof, how's he received in the academic community?
I think it depends on who you're talking to. I mean, he's taken advantage of the dramatic um, the dramatic importance of breathing and made it fun and interesting and dynamic and interesting. So I mean, he's using real physiologic things. He never talks about physiology. I mean, in any of his things, he doesn't talk about physiology. He just talks about the effects of breathing.
Yeah.
And so for me, as someone who loves academics, I love the fact that he's got people thinking about their breathing. And so you can't argue with the fact that he has effects and it causes effects. He doesn't talk about why the physiology is there. And I love the fact that I understand the physiology behind what he's doing to explain why people have these out of body experiences.
I even got a kick out of listening to that. I'm like, I'm never going to do the Wim Hof app with the same framing again. I'm going to have a different understanding now next time I go back to it. It's a cool app, by the way, as well.
Yeah. And that's why I thought it's interesting you're talking about the book Breathe, and then the other one, that sort of companion book that is also worth a read is The Oxygen Advantage.
Yes, our author, actually, Patrick McKeown.
Yeah, but brilliant book, but it really should have been called The CO2 Advantage, the carbon dioxide advantage, because all of the entire book is about this understanding of what happens to your body with higher levels of CO2 and the physiologic benefits of higher levels of CO2 if you can tolerate it. And this is what we talk about when we talk about other ways of using your breathing to control carbon dioxide levels to improve performance.
So you developed a respirator muscle trainer with Luke Way.
Yes.
What is that?
So it's called a Breathe Way Better. Luke Way was originally an athlete that I helped out, was an Xterra athlete who came to Kelowna to coach with us. And we started a team called Balance Point Racing many years ago. And he came to coach with that team and was looking for something else to contribute to the world. And so he was kind enough to invite me to the initial conversations about how we could incorporate some of our coaching ideas into something more than just an online coaching business. And so there's three of us that co-founded the company. There's Luke, who's the coach and ideas guy. There's me, the physiologist, who helped sort of package it and help understand the physiology behind it. And there's an engineer named Alex who is brilliant and helped us develop the actual device to allow us to breathe and rebreathe CO2 in a balanced way that allows us to maintain normal physiologic pH. So you can do the over breathing like you do with Wim Hof without actually running into problems with low CO2 levels.
Okay,
and you can
very
do
interesting.
slow breathing with the big challenge with respiratory training is you can only do it for long enough that you don't screw up your physiology. But if you rebreathe some CO2, you can balance your physiology, and now you can actually train your breathing for as long and hard as you want without actually negatively affecting your physiology and without having to drive the body to levels that would be really hard to mimic a race without riding really, really hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if you can compartmentalize it and separate it into like you were saying, like the constituent parts, you can work just the breath. Like, I assume I can simulate the effect on my respiratory system of a threshold session, but while watching Netflix and not moving at all from the couch.
Absolutely. And if your limitation is breathing, which it turns out that many athletes have a limitation in their breathing, they just don't know it. They can now train that at, like you say, at a threshold intensity without having to kill their legs or kill their cardiac system, so that they can actually go do a 6-hour ride the next day without actually having had any leg limitation or any cardiac limitation, and actually get the benefits of those on the long, easy ride with an easier breathing pattern. And I actually read I think I was hearing one of your podcasts about one of your favorite workouts is these 4-minute intervals that are up, like hill intervals.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Or they're 4 minutes of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off.
Yeah, like a Tabata style effort.
Right. Yeah. And you could imitate that again, breathing. And one of the benefits of doing those really high intensity interval sessions is the fact that it drives your breathing. But when your breathing gives out, you won't be able to push as hard on the legs. And so now your performance will drop off because your breathing can't keep up. But you can train the breathing for 6 weeks and actually do better in that training session because your respiratory system is no longer the limitation.
What do the Giro d'Italia, Stage Slayer, Mads Pedersen and half the professional peloton have in common? Well, they're all turning to NOMIO, the natural performance enhancer proven to reduce lactate buildup during intense efforts. In the 2025 Giro d'Italia, Pedersen's form was undeniable. The Danish star surged to 4 stage victories. This was a major leap in form from his previous season, and a key part of this preparation and performance was NOMIO. Developed by the same researchers who discovered the performance power of dietary nitrate. You know those beetroot shots that half the peloton were using? NOMIO is clinically proven to lower lactate levels, reduce oxidative stress, improve training adaptations, and deliver a noticeable boost from the very first time you take it. Riders are reporting bigger threshold power, fresher legs mid-race, and quicker recovery, all from a formula made with just 3 natural ingredients: broccoli sprouts, lemon, and sugar. Whether you're racing at the front or you're smashing local segments, NOMIO helps you get more out of every ride. Take it before key sessions or races for an immediate edge, or take your training to the next level and get more out of your hard work. Go to drinknomio.com, that's NOMIO, and check out this game-changing supplement. Details are in the episode show notes or description down below.